All right, everyone. So, welcome to the first stream. Um, Hopefully, it's this the end of struggle streaming. We're just gonna get right into it. We always got to do some housekeeping, right? So, thank you guys for showing up. I really can't pay attention to chat and do this because it's not as efficient as I would hope, and so I'm just gonna rely on you guys to do your thing. If you want to donate to the stream, everything's right there. Venmo, it ain't easy, no punctuation. Same with PayPal, and Cash App is so easy money. That way, I'll have times during this chat during the stream where I'm just going to sit down and check, and I could read any type of super chats, anything you guys want to say, anything you guys want to contribute to the stream. So first off, like let's just talk, right? You see, for the day ones, they saw how there was no real opening, right? We just got into it, reaction, just they kind of were here, watch me build this whole thing while I flew it. And there have been some errors, there's some been problems, but we're getting there. For people coming on recently, from people subscribing even today, thank you. Just thank you. Um, you know, two of you guys already have memberships, and I know you guys personally, and it's just the way you guys show your support. So I really appreciate that. I haven't had time to really, really, really get into that and fluff it out as much as I want. I've got tons of ideas, not enough time, and if you guys that know me in real life, I rarely sleep or sleep well. So, but I promise you, I'm getting to it. I just wanted to put effort into making this first stream something kind of worthy of where I sort of hold myself. So back to the stream, back to the channel. You saw I created this whole Marvel opening thing because Marvel growing up was it. It was a thing. Myself, my siblings, who are the best siblings in the world. Shout out to you. Shout out to my mother if you watch this or at any time. But Marvel was big. It was important, right? And it was with this great pleasure that became such a resurgence later on in life. You got to see some of these characters animated like you've always wanted. Some were disappointments, but and guys, allow me, the pleasure, some latitude here to tie this all in. But we watched it, we grew up with it, we loved it, and then Disney sort of bought the IPs and sort of started changing it. Started changing it with you know gender swapping characters, changing into integrating messages in there, and it made men feel like these aren't the characters we grew up with, right? And this ties into what some of the things I've been talking about in the show. So right now, Marvel just kind of or Disney released an article. They were saying, and just going to read off this article really quick. Leadership at Walt Disney Studios has been pressing Hollywood creators in recent months, multiple sources tell Variety, for movies that will bring young men back to the brand in a meaningful way. Young men is defined here, sources as ages 13 to 28. 13 to 28. But basically men. Men have for a while felt as if their voices or their interests haven't mattered. They've been spoken for in a way where they're part of the conversation, as in they have responsibilities, they have duties, but they don't have say. They don't have any type of authority. We want you to do these things, but we want you to do them the way we want you to do it, how we want you to do it, and we don't want you to complain about it. One of the recent videos it talked about was a New York Times article about the emotional labor or the cost that burden, and I think most men, when they see stuff like that, they're really just confused. We understand that we aren't the most social one compared to women. That's fine. We've kind of accepted that. That's really just life. But we know, and women can say, yeah, sometimes it's hard managing their emotions. Just it's a biological thing. But men are expected to do that. So it's not as if there isn't some sort of equal exchange that's happening here. So I just want to tie that in, talking about why these spaces are important. They're important because they give men that sort of voice. And even if it's just, I don't want to say fringe communities, because this is growing space, and I appreciate everyone that's came here, men, men and women. This isn't something that I want to be exclusive, an all boys club. There are plenty other places like that. I want women to be here and feel as if they can have a say, they have a voice, because what they have to say is critically important as well. I think that for the most part, we do want to be together. I know it's hard to see past some of the, how jaded we may be, but I think generally, if we can get what we wanted, if we were reasonable what we wanted, we'd want to be together. That's my hope. If you think if you think I'm being a little unreasonable, so be it. A little optimism, is not going to kill anyone. But we got some show in front of us, and again, I wanted to make it a show. I wanted the graphics and the banners. I want to make you feel like, oh, I'm participating in something in real time. I think that's cool. And some of my favorite streamers have done stuff like this. And so if you see where this looks familiar, or if I'm taking bits and pieces of content creators that I've watched, I've really appreciated the things they've been managed to put together, and I'm hoping to do something similar. But the beginning is always a tricky thing, and eventually we can come back and look and say, "That's how it started. Look where we are." And I think there's a vast difference in what we've done in 3 months, going on 3.5. So just stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be able to look back on this years later. So we know we've got Yanni, coming up later. So just bear with me, get through the show, enjoy yourself, talk to each other nice in the chat, right? Be aware my mom may watch this, right? And I want you guys to make me look good. Okay, let's continue. So the segments wise, we've got love and money. We got crashing out, we got agree or disagree, and then we'll talk about it with Yanni. Let's do this.
Is the most attractive women are giving advice to average women about entitlement. Now, in honesty, really beautiful young women can afford to be entitled. Life is easy for them. This is just an unfair fact of life.
But ultimately, that makes them unattractive.
You would think that, but there are still men willing to risk
Yeah, I'm
it
sure
all.
there are guys
Yeah?
who like that.
It
yeah.
still pays off. That entitlement is reserved for the 1% of women. It's
So this is what we see a lot of, right? That we kind of take our cues from social media and what our celebrity versions of us are doing. We see their life and we start to emulate it. We start to say, well, they have that, I want that. Rihanna has a baby at 40 plus, and people are saying, well, yes, it's not too late. But we're not, we know we're not Rihanna. You're closer to your grandmother than you are to Rihanna. Right? I'm as much as I want to say there's a striking resemblance between Idris Elba and myself, there just isn't. And his outcomes are not my outcomes. His way of living life is not the way I get to live life. And I wanted to start this with, Sadea Khan saying something so important is because when we see people talking about things that we viscerally say, well, we understand that beauty, we say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. We say that your worth isn't so much what someone sees and says, but it's how you feel. I think we should be able to have the conversation in two parts. Where yes, we understand what the dynamics are in terms of beauty, in terms of your sexual market value, and self worth. Your self worth, yeah, should be to the moon and beyond. But how you go about the rest of the world, they don't see the same self worth. They don't know your accolades. They don't know why you feel like this. You can be entitled to feel like that, and no one should ever take that away from you. But when you physically look a certain way and behave a different way, I think that's what causes a lot of incongruence. And we'll see, but we'll let her finish up first.
reserved for the hyper beautiful, you really look after themselves. The problem is these women are the ones that we see online the most. Now they're saying this is what you get out of life, don't settle for anything less, make sure you don't do 50-50, blah blah. That can only applies to the 1% of women. Majority of women are average. Majority of women don't get that kind of treatment from men. Majority of women can't elicit that out of men. So when you are taking advice, I'm so sorry to break this.
Yeah, majority of us are just average. And the quicker we get back in line and realize average is just fine, average is by definition just fine, then I think we'll be better off. But what I was alluding to, when there is a difference in how you speak about yourself versus how people perceive your physical beauty, again, just your physical beauty, I may think I'm a 10, and outwardly, what people are saying, you're not getting 10 outcomes. So the more you say that, the more we feel like something is wrong. And this next clip was just the one that took the internet by storm the last week, shows just exactly that.
A man asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee.
We can respect that. Right? We can respect that you don't want to do coffee dates. It's when with people looking at her and saying, well, you should take what you can get. This this becomes a hard thing to sort of pull apart because you don't want to make someone feel bad for the way they look, while simultaneously you still want to honor them saying this is my boundary. But if my boundary is saying, yeah, I don't want to date any billionaires, people are going to ask, do you have billionaires? People are going to ask, is that what your future is in line for your future? And when it seems sort of no, right, an obvious no, then you get this weird sort of sensation, or this weird sort of place where we find ourselves now, where people are saying no, no, you should be happy for whatever you can get. Other people are coming to her defense and saying, no, coffee dates are never a thing. If a man wanted to, he would. And they'll list the various times that men have done that very thing. So I made a video about this when it first happened, and I rewatched it. One of the rare times I rewatched something to make sure, the take was okay, the volume, all that. And I found when I sat with it for a day, I didn't like my response. I didn't think it addressed what we were seeing subsequently. It addressed her thing perfectly fine, but the amount of vitriol she received, because people have a hard time separating these two things, that your worth can be what it is, and you can command, or you can try and ask the market for that, and the market will tell you what it is. Most people are just saying like, no, you're not going to get that. But then why the emotional response to it? Isn't it enough just to say, yeah, that's you know, you can feel like that, but that's not the case. That's not going to be the thing for you. That's not reality. We'll see exactly how that plays out, because again, when I say people came for her, and yes, men did, but it was more surprising. I thought there would be the sisterhood that came up in the defense and just said, absolutely not. This can't be the case.
It be the black women who know that they got limited options with men that always want to try to make a man look like shit. Like, bitch, you are overweight and you're a solid 3. The audacity of you. Now, we all know that lady who went viral about talking about some man invited her on a coffee date and she told him no, and she went to go get her a fucking sandwich, a fucking soup, and a croissant, and a Dr. Pepper. Bitch, you lucky you got asked out on a date. Chivalry is dead nowadays. And bitch, you really gonna try to make this man look crazy for asking on.
So that was one of the takes that all right, yeah, it was aggressive, but one of the angles people went with that was like, are you trying to embarrass the guy that asked you on a coffee date? And if we just can get into it for a second, when men are saying, I want to take you out for drinks, I want to take you out for a coffee date, ice cream, a walk in the park. Yes, admittedly, there's probably some that can't really afford the monetary cost of dating. I can't defend that and say that men haven't, railed against that, just the cost. I think there was that study says it costs like $10,000 for the average, man to pay for dates for a year. And I think that's an average. I'm always going to rep New York, even when I'm not in New York. I can see you blowing that budget. So when men are saying, yeah, I like you, but I maybe right now can't afford to do the extravagant things that seem to be the case, does that mean I have to sit on the sidelines? If we're trying to say, if we're trying to be real, and by real I mean understanding that life isn't really going to be fair. Yeah, yeah. When I was 16, I was talking to my father, and he was washing dishes in the kitchen, and I needed advice. I needed advice about women, because I know he's had sex at least 3 times, right? There's 3 of us, 3 kids. I know it's happened. So, and I'm in desperate need because everyone in high school is Dawson's Creek. Everyone's getting paired up, and everyone's having these feelings, and I'm just like, why not me? Why not me? Why not me? But asking why not me, not in a real way, but in a very external way. Like, no, there's got to be something wrong with everyone else. So I said, what do I have to do? You know, right? What do I have to do, like to get her to hold my hand, to get a kiss on the cheek? What do I have to do? And he gave me the worst advice I've ever heard. He said, "Focus on your school. Focus on your schoolwork." What is that? What is that? That's not actionable intel. That doesn't do anything for me. I remember I left just feeling like, well, it was useless. You're usually so spot on advice. Go to school. Keep. It's not something I wanted to hear. Most men don't want to hear you. You're going to have to set out a lot of this. When you're in your early 20s, you can't afford it. But you need the experience, but you can't afford it. In an increasingly expensive world, that's just the way it is. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to just kind of accept. If I don't have the money to date, I can't. And a lot of these conversations we see online about 50-50, about having a stay-home woman, stay-at-home wife, those are 300 plus $1,000 conversations. A lot of us are just not qualified to have it. A lot of us still have to wait. That's, simply the case. So it's a difficult thing to sort of hear and understand and sort of accept. It just may not be your time. What people are saying in this case, if this is what you want this, you want this person or this level of um of this interaction. Shout out to Marissa for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Let me see if you said anything. Well, I'll get to it when I can get to it. But if this is what you want from life, you want these qualities, you have to be that reciprocal thing. When I told my father I wanted this, he said the worst, realest advice I've ever got. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. Let's let her continue.
A coffee day because you don't like coffee? Bitch, clearly you like everything that's unhealthy for your ass. And I'm gonna touch on every aspect of the situation because y'all got me fucked up and I'm vexed. And y'all know me, I'm quick to call everybody out on their shit and I don't give a fuck because you can't whoop me. But bitch, your hungry ass should have just said that you was hungry. But no, your big, insecure, overweight ass decided to sit your phone down while your fat ass was eating and press record and talking about how the man was asking you on a coffee date and you politely told him no. And then everybody over here defending you talking about, oh, well, she been told him that she didn't like coffee and he kept asking her to go on coffee dates. Okay, you be the same bitches that don't want to be talked to in the store. But yeah, you talking to niggas that you know that ain't give you the conversation that you want. And then you want to complain. What sense do that make? You bitches be your own fucking enemy. And it's plain as day. Now, would he have been wrong if he would have took her on a date to the goddamn gym?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know I think when gym dates became a thing, they quickly became not a thing. I don't really want to see you sweating like that, in that sort of sense. Again, my mom's watching. I want to say stuff like that. But if you don't want to go on a coffee date, right? And there was another take I saw that I wanted to include in here, but she made a very valid point. If it wasn't a thing, then you never would have put it online. If it wasn't important, if it wasn't, you said people that don't have these things happen to them speak so much about it. We link it back to what Sadea Khan was saying. These ideals are reserved for the intensely pretty, right? That sort of pretty that hurts, right? Men, if you know what I'm talking about, you see that and it's just like, wow, it's just, this is out of my league. Or you constantly feel it in your chest. If that's what you want, then you're going to have to be the commiserate to claim that. So when she's not, right, and we're just saying in a pure beauty standards of whatever standard we want to accept and say is real, she's not that, but she has the demands of someone that does. The internet blew up. And maybe I should write this down as a good way to go viral, to just do something that is so obviously obvious, but then go the opposite way. Maybe that's the key to YouTube success. And guys, as we continue on the way in, hit the like button. It really, really helps the algorithm. And again, you guys are going to have to go into your notifications, turn on the bell, because whatever reason, even if you already had it on, go ahead and check, because we live and die by the algorithm, and it kind of just decides what it's going to do for us. Also, subscribe, tell a friend, tell them come over, subscribe to. We're just trying to grow, and the more we do stuff like this, hit the likes, show shares. I think a couple of you have shared the last couple of videos of your favorite YouTuber. It's done wonders for the channel, wonders for the algorithm. Let's keep going.
I don't think so. I think that's actually beneficial for her and him. The man clearly just wanted to get to know your ass by asking y'all for coffee. The fuck? You lucky you got asked out on a fucking date. You just ungrateful, bitch. Y'all be the same women that be like, oh, if he talked to me in a grocery store, he better offer to pay for my groceries, or what do we have to talk about? The man don't know you. Y'all be wanting men to do shit for y'all just because you got a coochie. Bitch, fuck you. And not only that,
All right, again, can we be fair and understand that we're all under the same, economy? We all are getting priced out because of eggs, right? We all can't afford to do the same things. We're bated breath waiting on Jerome Powell to, cut some rates to see the stock market do its thing, right? Maybe some of us, maybe all of us. But point is, we know that there's a cost. And when your boundaries or your preferences get increasingly expensive, men are going to get increasingly cheap with their wallet, increasingly cheaper with their time and attention. They're going to say, because some of us are going to feel the pinch and say, I can't afford it. Maybe we won't be so honest and open about that, but we will pull back and say, yeah, we can't do this. And we can't do this. Or it's just the juice isn't worth the squeeze. But for those of us that are, for those women, I'm going to give you free game right now. If you do want him to buy you stuff, him to do the things that you want him to do, there's a very, 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 very easy way. I'm going to let this divorce lawyer actually talk about it.
By the way, here's the cheat code. When you have a humble female partner in a heterosexual relationship who's like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for the fact that you want to get her the Hermes bag.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's not an ungrateful fucking bitch.
You're going to give her four times.
Because you just are like, look at this, here, look what else I can do.
That is the fuel.
I mean, you could be a CEO or a garbage man. You could be 20 or you could be 80. Any heterosexual male, if you go, I can't open this jar, can you help me? We all go, oh, yes, I certainly can open the jar, and we feel like $1 million. You know why? Because we love that we can do that. So I don't know why anybody didn't figure that cheat code out. Like, the more entitled you act, the more you act like, well, I helped you build this. This is our money. The more you do that shit,
The tighter we get.
the more that I'm like, you know what? Take your half. See ya. I'll make more.
So yeah, that's really the case. When you don't ask, I want to help. I want to look over and say, I see that, you're not trying to be materialistic. You want me to be better. You want to inspire me. You want to care for me. Yeah, let me see what I can do for you outside of the normal reciprocal things. Yeah, I want to do. I want to help, especially if I'm someone of means. We had another video I did fairly well early on where, because there's always been this rash of women saying he's got to do X, Y, Z. He's got to spend A, B, C. And it was the one where the woman was complaining about the guy was being cheap. It was a millionaire at 7-Eleven. And one of the commenters brought up a very good point. Yeah, sometimes, men, we've learned, and I don't want to say we've evolved, but we have definitely started shit testing back. So if you're with someone that is well off, but he's not generous, well, maybe he's just observing you. Or what you think is generosity is just the tip of an iceberg, and he's just testing you with that. I'll give you an example. And this is it's not a great fit, but any chance I get to just kind of talk about my siblings, I'm going to take. So I'm the middle child, and obviously the best. Don't ask them because they won't agree. But my sister is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. She's the oldest, absolutely wonderful. You may have seen her a couple times in the chat. But whenever I can, my brother and I will be in small mini competitions to support whatever random thing she wants to do, because she has never came to us and said, I need, I want. So instead, we end up trying to shower her with whatever we can. Hey, you want to take this class? You want to do that? Yes, yes. If I'm, if I'm late to our WhatsApp group text and I see he's done something for her, I'm just immediately jealous, right? And I think, all right, how can I get the one up on him next time? If he and I we agree, okay, we want to send her, $500, right? Hey, we'll just split it down the middle, and he'll send 250. I'll send 251, right? Just so I'm but there's a real pleasure in that, being able to care, to take care of, even if it's just in this, monetary way, which is sometimes the least of the ways in which men can show they care. I want to do it. I'm moved to do it. I'm moved to take care of my family because as much as I think I've done for them, it pales in comparison to how grounded and how motivated they keep me. I tell people that all my talents, everything I'm good at, I got it because I was jealous of my siblings. My sister got attention for reading, so I started reading. My brother was into photography, and people loved gathering around him as he took pictures. What did I do? I, I took it. I stole it. Right? Let me get good at that. My special skill is bumping my head against the wall repeatedly. I'm stubborn. I'll get the thing done just by over and over and over and over. That's what I have to. That's my talent. That's my special ability. So if you want that man in your life or that potential man in your life to do something for you, the best way is just to show him your value outside of that. All these videos we show about women just flat out saying men don't trick, men don't do this, men don't spend. I don't know if people realize the opposite effect that has. How it's a repulsive force. A men's out. No, no. And men were just saying, I'd just rather be alone. We've got both sides saying, I would just rather be alone. Women saying, you're competing with the peace of my solitude. And men are saying, wow, I didn't put it as eloquently, but it's the same thing. But if you are with someone and you know, you want help, you want them to do for you, the best way is to not. The best way is actually to not need it. It's funny that the minute you get out of that stage where you desire bags and luxury goods to make your cohorts that are doing just as poorly as you feel better about yourself, it's probably the greatest chance you have of a man getting it for you. That's just food for thought. So listen, guys, continue to like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. It ain't easy at Venmo and PayPal. So easy money at Cash App. You guys, appreciate you guys just being here. I'm trying not to look at the chat so I can't get distracted. We got some more show left. We're gonna keep on going.
Probably gonna see a specialist. I got road rage, been burning rubber so reckless. I'ma crash out. I got road rage, I've been burning rubber so reckless. I'ma crash out. I got road rage, I've been burning rubber so reckless. I'ma crash out. I got road rage, I've been burning rubber so reckless. I'ma crash out. Got 100K on my.
All right. So far, so good. So far, so good. No, no struggle streams. Nothing dropped. We're doing pretty good. We're talking about crashing out. Yeah. So one of my friends, she sent me this picture and had this this woman, crunching down on a steak, and she was on a date, and the man absolutely, decided he had other places to be. So I wanted to, talk about this one when we have people going on dates, and we know that people go on foodie dates, foodie calls, right? And in this scenario, if you guys haven't seen it, the gentleman actually got up, left, paid his half of the bill, and left her. And she ended up texting him saying, where you're at, you've been in the bathroom, it's been 10 minutes. And he says, yeah, I left. And she's like, what? I don't have any money to pay for this. And he's clowning her about her, inability to properly eat a steak. She replies that, you're a man, you're supposed to teach me how to do these things. And also maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I'm talking about her reaction, saying that I only went out with you because I wanted something to eat, and demanding he come back and pay for it. So is this a worthy, thing to crash out over on both sides, being left? And if you have been left, or probably more, more scandalous, if you've left people on dates, put them on in the chat. I just want to see who's the nasty people in here. Don't feel bad about it if you have. Like, No, no one. Okay, I believe you guys. I believe you guys. Let's keep going.
I'm pretty much an average person, average income, average height, as an average burner, right? Is there a market within like the ladies in your platform?
I think there's ladies available to all men. It just depends on what type of lady you want. So maybe depending on your income or what you can offer.
How do you believe that income and finances is like the end all be all to a lot of women, a lot of modern women?
I don't think that should be the question though. Instead of saying, let me focus on ladies, I would say forget the ladies. Why not just focus on yourself and become above average? Let's see if I could get my money up. Let me go to the gym. Why not do that?
But you also said that there is a market for me right now out here.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that I'm always going to preach, I'm always going to be a fan of, self-improvement. Get your bag up, get your body right, get your mind right. That's always going to be my go-to. Hey, work harder. My siblings know, again, bringing them up. Shout out to my siblings. I'm fond of always saying, we'll talk daily, and they'll tell me about something. They had a good workout. It's a good day. I'm like, good. Do it again tomorrow. That's literally my mantra. Just good. Do it again tomorrow. Just every day. Just stack, 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 stack. Very rarely do I come across men, and I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm saying it's by design. The men that I have around me, my clique, my guys, they all embody that same sort of spirit. It may be in different areas, but that's who they are. That's one of the things that keeps us together, even when there's vast distances. Separated by United States. Shout out to my best friend down in Virginia. I hope you're watching. But we all want to be better. It's very rarely do I find a guy saying like, I'm an average guy. I'm an average guy and I want a baddie. I mean, I know it happens. I'm just saying it's not around, my folk. We don't move like that for good reason, because it's never worked out that way.
For everyone, you could be homeless and find someone.
Damn, people are looking really, really deep beyond the background. Yes, I have a clothes rack, and I don't live out of my car. I'm just out here on work. But I'm gonna push back a little bit, right? I'm only this young and this good looking and this, physique right now. But why not also look and seek my compatibility partner?
Well, the reason I'm saying you shouldn't, because you're on the platform saying, but why are women so focused on money? So if that's even a thought and you're having that question in your mind, that means that's probably an insecurity. That's something you're thinking about.
I feel as though that is.
That's fair. Here's an awful truth about this. If you're saying that women are focused on money, there's nothing you do about that. There's literally nothing you can do about that. You're going to have to accept that. You're just going to have to accept that. There's no amount of talk. We've been talking to each other on these podcasts and such and these shows for the better part of a decade and a half. You're not going to tell or legislate someone out of what they want. If women say they want money, you just have to say, okay, you get it. You get it. You can't convince them to want less. And men, we can rally against them as much as we want. We can form out cliques. We can get T-shirts made, right? We can be no man like Al Bundy back in the 90s. It's just not going to happen. It's one of the things like, why do we breathe oxygen? You just better accept it. Understand what it is, how it happens, what it does. You can't change that. Just accept it.
Always going to be stuck in the back of a lot of men's minds. That's the requirement. That's the standard.
And for a woman has to be in shape. She has to wear her natural hair. She can't wear makeup. She has to be young. Those are all the list of requirements. She has to cook. She has to.
For me personally, being in shape isn't a requirement. Like, just be healthy. What's in here? Your personality.
If that was the case, JF, you wouldn't be single. If it was personality in mind, there's a plethora of women out there with personality.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? If that's what you actually want, it wasn't that important to you, then you'd be fine. Just the same way you say, like when we look at women and say, well, why are you single? Right? There's plenty of guys that want your attention. There's plenty of guys in the DM, the Grand Rising, right? The guy talking himself for the last 6 months. He's in your DMs. You could have him. So when you hearing it, I like this clip because sometimes hearing it from men, how sometimes they sound like we can be just as lazy, and as delusional as we accuse women of being.
Personality and brain.
I can be picky as well. Granted, but why do we have to wait until we're complete and we're whole and we're, that could take a whole lifetime, and then next thing you know, you price yourself out of high range of the market.
Why not, again, just lock in, get your money up? Men don't really have to look all the way good. Y'all don't have to be a 10. All you need is money, confidence, and ambition. I tell the ladies to focus on themselves. I tell them to level up. So I think it should be twice as much for you because you have testosterone. They have estrogen, which means it should be in you, not on you. It should be in you to have drive. And when I say get your money up, I'm not even saying you got to come out there and be Jeff Bezos, 50 Cent, Bill Gates. I'm not saying you got to be the richest man in the world. I'm just saying get to a place where you can have and pick whatever it is that you want. You know, if you're a man.
Whichever way of this you find yourself, whatever side of it you agree or disagree, or you don't think you should wait to whatever point in your life. I think if we're being objective, we might be the lost generation where because of forces outside of our control, we just might not be able to get it done. If money has been that paramount, is that important? Yeah, we may not just be able to get it done because not enough of us are going to make enough for what's being purported that they want. Now we see things change later on as we get later on in life. Our values start to change as our experience grows. We get to see and learn and say, "Oh wow, that really wasn't the biggest thing. That really wasn't the most important." But some of us age out of dating, effectively age out of dating. You get too old to desire the things that you do, to command the things that you desire. That's just a fact of life. We had this conversation yesterday. I had my boys come over and we had a little celebratory drinky drink. As August has been phenomenal. As one, it's my birthday, but more importantly, there was a lot of growth that happened in August. So one of the things, we're at a bar and we're seeing, just like I like to go out, and I really just observe things and see how things are sort of working and rolling. And one of the things you see is like, okay, if you want to move in these spaces, you're going to need the money. And a woman would just need to kind of take care of herself and smile. A little bit of smile was enough to, bridge the distance and have men just kind of, all right, let me go. She smiled at him. Let me go and talk. For men, it's always been you have to work hard. You can't get away from that. You can't get away from that. You can't. And then I know we took the drizzle drizzle thing. We took that far. We ran with it. But the fact is, you're going to have to work. You know me. I'm just always going to say the answer is always going to be hard work. You can't get around that. That's just what it has to be.
Please do me a favor and don't talk about money in front of your Uber driver. Oh my God. I'm trying to calm myself down again because yet another passenger in Waikiki, of course, talking about money in front of me before I had to stop driving for the night because I will just never see the amount of money that they were talking about losing in the stock market that day. And they just brushed it off like, oh, it'll come back next week. And then just now I drove these two finance pros talking about how they're going to spend 3 mortgage payments and later on said $60,000 on a bet on the Lakers tonight. Do you know what $60,000 would do for me?
I checked. I think the Lakers lost that night.
Pay my rent for a year. Give me a new car. I've spent so much money on this car and it still needs more in repairs than it's worth. I've put nearly 150,000 miles on this car on this island in the last almost 4 years driving Uber. I'm getting close to giving my 15,000th ride.
So listen, we can all understand it. We can all accept that it's difficult, right? And especially doing gig work on a increasingly expensive island. I don't know how, that sort of thing is feasible. Yeah, I'd be crashing out, maybe not directing it at finance bros or people speaking about their own business and Ubers. I would just sort of you got to accept that this is how I've applied myself, and that's how they applied themselves. I'm a big fan of, I don't want to say, picking yourself up by your bootstraps because that feels very not really the case. But in reality, that may be what you have to do. It may be time for you to change careers rather than getting on TikTok and then sort of putting it on them, or now you want us to not talk about, what we're doing, or maybe I'm on the phone and you're air hustling, you're seeing this. I I experience it all the time when I'm in the airport. I love eavesdropping. I just don't talk about something you don't want me to know around me. I'm probably listening. but I hear men talking about business. I hear people talking about, personal information. And if I was I was a scammer, it'd be so easy. But people are just going to talk about what they want to talk about, especially what's important in their lives, and that's usually money. You cannot come on here and then expect the sympathy because you're crying and you're crashing out just about, hey, I'm driving Uber and it's not going well for me, and these guys have money, I don't.
I've driven Uber on the best days and worst days of my life. I've driven people on the best days and worst days of their lives. Every day I have such triggering interactions for my PTSD. I need to do something else, but I can't do something else because my brain is too broken to learn new information. And I can't fill out resumes and do applications. So I'm stuck where I am being tortured, and please don't talk about money in front of your very poor Uber drivers. This is such torture.
I'd look up the definition of torture. Again, anyone that lives on, in Hawaii, it's expensive. It's expensive. And I can wish people the best, but kind of just like look and say, that's really not going to help you. Listen, guys, we got a little bit more show left. We got Agree or Disagree coming up. Guys, continue like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell them come on over. I'm liking that you guys are here. This is really surreal for me to actually being able to do this, and with so far no issues. All right, agree or disagree? All right. Let's keep it going.
I think, especially as a man, if you're going to present yourself as a friend to a woman, and a good, decent woman, you have to be in service, because it is a woman's nature to nurture, and it's a man's manhood to be of service. And it doesn't mean to be a slave and beg at her feet, excuse me, but it's in a man's nature to want to be of service, to want to help, to want to be a problem solver. So if
Absolutely. I agree with that part of what she said. We don't have any obligation to people that we're not really connected with. And 7 degrees of connection isn't it. Like, men are saying, in an increasingly expensive world, in increasingly world filled with or lacking gratitude for men, or telling men that they're bad, that they do this and they're the cause of it. Men are just saying, cool. They're just going to shrink upon themselves and protect those directly connected to them. That's why you see the rash of saying, well, men aren't holding open doors. Men aren't, helping me change a tire, groceries, any of these things. Because men are just saying, but I don't know you. We don't live in a communal world anymore. We gave that up for consumerism, individuality, and this is the result. Everyone's kind of moving by themselves. If I don't know you, why should I be obligated to protect and provide for you? If I think later on she makes some other points. We're saying that women are nurturers, but again, you don't nurture people you don't know. You don't nurture babies that aren't yours.
If you present yourself in a woman's life and you're not a problem solver in a healthy way, you have no business being in that woman's life. Because 9 times out of 10, a woman is in your life nurturing. Women bring a lot of good. A good woman, just her existence in your life can be life-changing. Just
listen, for all the good women out there, if a man that recognizes that goodness of yours, he's gonna hoard you like a dragon in gold. I don't want you being nice and nurturing to anyone else but me and our family. That's it. He will do what he has to protect that. But you don't go out being nice to every man you see. That's just foolhardy. And I'm really leery of when we will get these shows and these people that come on telling the opposite gender how they should operate. Right? We again saying we need to go back to us redefining masculinity, redefining what that means. So many times you'll have these conversations, and this is on us, right? As men, this is really on us. We don't tell women the truth about what we feel about things, about what our outlook is, because we're very afraid of there being an emotional fallout. We have to learn to sit in it not like you have to because that person's doing that, but sit in your own values and your own truth. Hey, I don't want to do that thing. If next time someone says, hey, could you do this? Would you mind? No, I don't want to. Not the excuse, hey, I got a business meeting, I got an early night. No, no, no. Tell the truth. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing that. Right? Until that person is close enough to you to say, hey, could you help me with this? Until you had a cousin, I have a cousin, she's a lawyer, immigration lawyer, shout out to her. And she was moving out for a college dorm. And I lived nearby, and she said, hey, are you free Saturday? I said, yeah. Hey, can you help me move from this place, Long Island, to Brooklyn? I said, absolutely not. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Get me 3 quotes of moving companies, and then I'll take care of it. Right. Because she's still close enough for me to provide protection and provision. Absolutely. But I don't want to do that thing. I don't want to do that thing. That thing is so awful. We need to have more real conversations like that. And not just about tasks or chores, but if you feel this way or that, it's fine to say that.
The energy that she brings, the blessings, the intuition, the gut feeling, it can be life-changing. So as a man, if you are not of service, go home.
If a man is not of service, he's not a man.
Facts. Say it again.
That's a perfect opportunity for a man to go back and say, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have to earn that. We don't go out around extending ourselves to strangers. We don't do it. You look the other way when the guy is holding his sign and is moving this way and that, saying, homeless, I need blood. You look the other way. You don't overextend yourself. You don't go outside and give him a hug. For those of you that do go outside and give him a hug, wow. Again, wow. But in truth,
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
no, can't be me. Can't be me. Not. Let's keep it going.
There's so much conversation right now around the topic of how black women are overweight and how we need to get in shape. And I absolutely agree. And I come to you humbly as an overweight black woman who is almost a total package. And what do I mean by that? I have a good head on my shoulders in more ways than one. Kind, caring, compassionate, encouraging, supportive, intelligent, funny, a good cook. I get money in counseling to redo the thought process that is the foundation of my mind, unlearning bad behaviors. I'm just fat. And there are a lot of us out here like that who are almost a total package. We are just fat. And a lot of y'all are getting on here saying, well, maybe the fat that we're carrying is the weight of carrying everybody else's problems on our shoulders. And maybe if the conversation shifted to us actually getting healthy versus the way our bodies look, black women would be more receptive. Whatever the problem is of why you're fat, identify it and then get in the field. I was on the phone with my mama the other day. She's about to be 62. And she said, I got to get my hemoglobin A1C out of the double digits and get this weight off. I cried hearing my mama say that shit because I saw my future and it was not bright. It is a waste of a fucking life to almost be the total package. And I would be goddamned if I spend so much of my life about to get a better job, going to counseling, doing all of these things to improve myself, but I let it stop and I stay overweight.
That's a good point. When this conversation opened up, right, and you guys agree or disagree, when this conversation opened up about weight, and I don't know how how social media moves from one topic to one topic, but sometimes it just shifts and the tidal wave just crashes over. But the amount of excuses that sort of heard, and I'm not a fitness coach. I know enough about fitness to coach you, but there are people that I'm close with that are way better than that. And one of my good friends, Warren, um, and he was miles and above, more knowledgeable than me. I just enlisted his help. I'd help him with real estate, and in turn, he helped me with fitness. And he was someone I was accountable to, and I got to see just what it would take for get my body from here to here. And then, of course, my love of sweets made me yo-yo very, very rapidly. But I eventually got it together. And I realized what it took getting up at 4:30 in the morning, just because I looked at the data and I said, when are you most in shape? When are you eating like you should? Is it when you get up at 7, 8 o'clock, or is it when you get up at 4:30? Well, at the time it was 5:30, but I decided I was going to punish myself because I got out of shape again. So I did 4:30. And I've done that for, the better part of 2.5 years now. So that alarm gets almost 4:30 and it's awful. But I know the rest of the day what won't happen. If I got up at 8, by 11:30, I'd have a pizza, like a whole pizza, and I would just be like, all right, it's fine. And of course, later on in the day, you still got to eat. But what we saw online was so many conversations about how Black women are holding the weight of so many other things, so many other issues on their shoulders. Therefore, they can't, or it's because of racism, or it's because of some other issue that's preventing them from doing anything, from losing weight. And if we're just talking about it in a relational sense, your weight's important. It matters to men. It matters to the men that women are saying that they want. You want a man that's disciplined. Well, the quickest way to identify that for him is going to be the way you look. It's not a dig. It's not an insult. It's just, yeah, if you want to call us shallow because we were the visual first, have at it. I don't care. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't shame me. I'm going to sit right here and still say, yeah, that's important to me. I still need you to be in some sort of shape, not on your way there. I need you to be there now. That matters to men. You can't, there's nothing we can do for that. So again, it would, like you said, it would be a shame to be a total package, to be so close to being a total package and only to go through life and just say, nah. For people, and I've read this a lot of testimonies of people saying the way the world treated them when they was fat versus the way they treated them when they got in shape says it's completely different. It's a scary type of difference. So agree to disagree.
If you had to delete all social media accounts to save your relationship, would you do it without no hesitation?
Hey, boo, no.
Absolutely
Absolutely not.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm right with you when you're right. I'm not deleting anything, baby. I'm going to delete you before I delete those social
Okay,
media
I'm not
apps.
doing
I'm
it.
so sorry, especially in this day and age where social media plays a huge role in most people's careers. Absolutely not. Like, I'm not deleting anything. I'm so sorry.
I would like to know, what does it come down to that deleting
My social media is going to
accounts gonna
help our
save the
relationship. Child, I would have to hit
Listen,
somebody.
What has happened?
Listen, Linda, what I want to say is at this point, okay, deleting social media might just save the world, okay?
If that man is asking you to delete your social media, you need to delete his butt. And drop down in our comments and let us know, would you or would you not? And if you say you would, we're going to judge you and we're going to get back to the show.
They're not even like, coy about it. It's immediately a no. If the social media is not about your business, it's not helping your business, then it's a good question. Like, what's more important, the access to memes, right, or is it the attention that you get? I think men would have a better like reasoned response with, like, yeah, because they're not getting that type of attention. Well, I'd be more worried about, yeah, where am I going to get my memes from, right? Rather than saying I want to save this relationship. Well, let me get rid of this, and that'll help. All right, and we know it's a facetious sort of argument because you having to get rid of social media is probably not the real issue. It's that there is some sort of outward influence, either attention or insecurity. Take whichever side of it you want. But again, agree to disagree. I think we, if you value your potential relationship and this thing that's supposed to be the defining moment that creates the defining moments in your life, the children, the family, the legacy, I think social media is an easy thing, for someone to give up. That may just be me. You guys let me know. So listen, we're going to take an intermission and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. So it's that time. Hopefully, this internet will cooperate with me and we can get this show on the road. Hope you guys are really enjoying yourself. Again, continue to like, comment, subscribe, donate if you're really enjoying yourself. Any type of donation, it really helps. Just support the show. And I just think we're waiting for her to sort of hit the camera button. I think we're all good. We're all buttoned up on our end. Just waiting for her to come on. Well, guys, again, it's sometimes just trying to stop and read the chat. It's not really feasible. But if you guys, want to donate, contribute to the show, that should pop up. So let me see. While we're just waiting on her on the connection, give me 1 second. Struggle streaming. I don't know what the issue is, what we're seeing, but all right, guys, bear with me. Let's see if we can get this up and running. All right, there we go.
Can you guys hear me?
All right, guys, bear with me. Let's see if we can get this up. So just shut down the YouTube or mute the YouTube and just talk through here.
Take this on stream.
Oh boy. Give me 1 sec. Just talking to her right now. Okay. You say something first? We got it here. You with us? You hear us? That struggle streaming. I don't know what we can do on our end to get her. Sounds like she's muted on that end. Hmm. Can you hear me? Like she can see us, but not hear us. All right, we're gonna give this one more try. I think we got a little bit of a delay before she catches on.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna again struggle stream this one.
Before she catches on. All right, so we're gonna again struggle stream this one.
So when you do hear this, say something. Looks like we're still struggling with this one, but I wanted to get up here to really talk about. She can hear me, but jump in when you can. If you, I think you're muted on the phone that you have in your hand to speak to us. But I wanted to talk about this, but Olivia, and just really curious
Can
about.
y'all hear me?
There we
Testing,
go.
testing, 1, 2, 3.
We can hear you. So we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna play with the delay.
Can you guys hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, good.
Okay, I think she's in delay, but we'll do it like this. When you hear this question, I'm just gonna give you the floor. I want you to talk about Olivia and your relationship with her. She made a second to figure out what settings aren't really working for her. So when you do hear this, just want you to give us an overview of Olivia. Give us who she was before, how she got to where she is now, and what's your relationship with her, and more importantly, why do some people not fond of you? What does that have to do with Olivia?
Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to talk and make sure that it's corresponding with easy. But again, I've been doing reactions for about 6 years now, a little over 6 years. And I originally started doing reactions just, to give my thoughts and opinions. I had found Chrissy's channel. I had found Jasmine's channel after that, and then I found Olivia's channel. And so, I was pregnant at the time, home on bed rest, enjoying, living my best life as I always do. And I just enjoyed, doing my commentary. I enjoyed giving my thoughts and opinions on them. In the beginning, it just seemed like women who didn't have direction. They seemed like a group of women who didn't have support systems, maybe didn't have, a lot of direction in life, were maybe, had their odds stacked against them. And so, like I said, I just was coming from a place of, hey, try this. Hey, try that. Hey, try this. Hey, try that. And that's kind of how my reaction journey started. I never really had any issues with any of the ladies because everybody understood the nature of what reactions are. Because let's be honest, when we as reactors do reactions, we're definitely bringing traffic to these channels. For people who are newcomers, for people who don't watch these people, for people who are not familiar with these people, when we're talking about them on a daily, I never used their content to do my content, but you have some reactors who will, display their content to better explain what they're talking about, or to give better context, or to give better review. I was one who was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, and then I'll come and give it off the dome, right? And so with doing that, regardless of if you're giving it off the dome or whether you're utilizing their video to give context, we are still giving highlight to their channel. We're still putting a name to the channel. You're still putting a face to the channel, right? And so when it came to the mommies, because it was the mommy sector, Jasmine and Chrissy, for the most part, they understood it. There were some people who kind of pushed the envelope and did things a little bit differently. And then there were some people that kind of played by the books and didn't cross boundaries. So when it came to that, I never had issues with my channel. I never had people try to flag my channel. I never had people try to strike my channel. It was just fine. Now, I think where things went left between Olivia and I was, we're going to take it back. When I started my channel, like I said, I was expecting at the time with my 5-year-old, who is now with me. And I started vlogging my pregnancy. I started vlogging that. And Gerard, which is Olivia's ex-husband, Gerard's sister, started utilizing YouTube. And she was cool with Olivia, right? And so at some point, Olivia and the sister had a falling out. And so the sister took to social media, YouTube, and began to do her own commentary on Olivia and Gerard and their relationship and family dynamics and all of those things. And she began to highlight other reactors who were speaking on Olivia. And each night she would go live and she would, pretty much shine light on channels and give her honest reviews on people. But she would definitely shine light, because she was getting a lot of views, she was getting a lot of numbers, and everybody wanted to hear from, somebody who was right in the family, what really was going on behind the lies Olivia was telling. So the sister was very fond of me, and every live she would, shout me out, she would shout my daughter out, she would, pray over my womb and pray over my pregnancy. And so I think that was Olivia's first inkling of there might be some competition when it comes to my commentary. I think she felt like I was the only one that might have had that lock-in kind of, background nature or background knowledge, if you will. And I think it intimidated her very early on. Olivia had an issue with me very early on. Olivia had an issue with me 2 months into my YouTube career, okay? When everybody else was fine. Jasmine was fine, Chrissy was fine, because I never disrespected these women. I addressed them based off their content. And so Olivia was the only one that felt the way. She was the only one that was ruffled and the only one. So she decided one day, because I was very transparent. I've always been transparent. I've been transparent about loss of pregnancies on here. I've been transparent about my child's father being a victim of gun violence and having a colostomy bag for a year and a half. I've been honest about being homeless, which easy. I told you first conversation I was homeless, and I've experienced that. So I don't know why people thought that they needed to put that in the chat, as if everyone knows that. So I've been very transparent about who I am, where I come from, what I go through, what I experience on this platform, because I don't have anything to hide, right? I am who I am. And so Olivia decided she was going to go ahead and make a live stream about my child's father. And that's how my channel kind of took flight. That's how my channel kind of got noticed. That's how because everybody wanted to know, who the hell is this girl that she's on her live stream going off about? Because I wasn't even monetized. I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers at that time, okay? Olivia had maybe like 80,000 at that time, 60, 70, I don't even know, but she definitely had over 50K. And so everybody wanted to understand, who was this girl that Olivia was going back and forth with, or who Olivia was calling out. And so that's how that began. That was the night where it all began. When she came on live and she addressed my child's father, and then I came right back, again, 8 months pregnant, and I let her have it. However, when I let her have it initially, I let her have it like I had some sense. I let her have it like I had an education, and I made it very clear that I come from a long line of educated women. Not only that, my grandmother was an educator for 32 years, okay? So when I gathered her initially, I didn't give her what I've given her thus far, but I definitely gave her a piece of my mind, okay? So that's how that started. And then once I began to see where this was going, I grabbed that bull by the horns and rode it till the cows came home. And that's where we are here. Okay. So Olivia doesn't have a reason to not like me. Olivia doesn't like me because people love me. I have access to things that she doesn't think that I should have access to. And it's not really mine. I don't go searching for things. People see Olivia out in public, they'll send me stuff. They see Olivia out in traffic, they send me stuff. So I'm always the one that gets information because of my delivery. I think I'm out of the reactors. I think I'm probably the youngest out of the OGs. Now there's a lot of new reactors, but if we're being honest here, and we're gonna go back 6 years, I'm the baby of the reactors, okay? And I was the wildest of them. I was the one with the parties and the cussing. I'm the one. I'm from Jersey. So that was me. And I think people gravitated to my personality. They gravitated to my sense of humor. They gravitated to my commentary, my delivery, the way I did reactions, the way I did skits, the way I did parties, the way I do impressions, all of those different things. And Olivia didn't like it. Olivia thinks that she is cute. She thinks that she's special. She thinks that she's privileged, and rightfully so in her own nature. But I don't have to agree with that. And the people that watch me who are like-minded don't have to agree with that either. And that's Olivia's biggest issue. Olivia's biggest issue in life is worrying about what other people think of her. You should be, and I've said it plenty of times, she shouldn't even worry about what I'm saying. Whatever I say, it shouldn't affect your life because I'm just a person with an opinion. However, because of the information that I have been privy to receiving, Olivia it's a little bit more personal, right? Because, I have information that other people don't have. And it's interesting how in the beginning, she was really up in arms and she would tell people like, yeah, this girl has my business. This girl's telling all of my business, X, Y, and Z, da, 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 da. And then, once I started to put a price tag on it, then all of a sudden my commentary wasn't true. What I was saying wasn't true, this and that and the other. So there really isn't a real beef between Olivia and I. Olivia is someone who I feel bad for. She is someone who you can tell has had a lot of bad days. You can tell that her upbringing was not the best. She has been, she's been very honest about her upbringing. She let us know that she dropped out of school at an early age. So again, from someone who's coming from an educated background and educators, you dropping out of school at what, 6th, 7th grade, that tells me everything I need to know about your home life, right? Because what child at that age is able to make that type of decision? What 7th grader or 8th grader or 9th grader, hell, what even 10th grader is able to make that type of decision? So for her to be able to make that, let me know very early on the type of dynamic that her and her family have. And she doesn't like that we can pinpoint that. She doesn't like that you can't get on this internet and lie. And Olivia is a liar. She doesn't like the fact that I have somewhat of a rapport with her ex-husband's wife. She doesn't like the fact that I had a rapport with her ex-husband's sister. She doesn't like the fact that I have a rapport with a lot of people. And the people I have rapports with keep me very in tune. Okay? And so that's why Olivia doesn't like me. Other than that, Olivia doesn't really have a real reason to not like me. As far as other people not liking me, they don't like me because they don't like me. I'm the one that gets to the bag. I'm the one that does meet and greets. I'm the one that does pop-up shops. I'm the one that hosts events. I'm the one that has exclusive Instagrams. I'm the one that sells t-shirts, mugs, tumblers, cell phone cases. You name it, I sell it. Hookahs, rolling trays. I'm the one that came on this internet, took it by storm. I'm the one that came on here, ran the bag up. I'm the one that came on here, took everything that was in my way and didn't take nothing less. So I'm the one that made it. I'm the one that made the most out of this. And so that's why I think people, they get a little bit of ruffle. But those that support me. And those that don't, they're pocket watchers, and that's just that on that. I've always been who I've always been. I've always been transparent. I've always been cool, calm, collected. You F with me, I F with you. You don't F with me, I don't F with you. But I'm a realist at the end of the day. And I don't play games. I'm about my coin, about my bag. Like I said, I've had it, I've not had it, I've came, I've lost, I've seen, I conquer. But one thing's for sure, I'm gonna keep going, and nobody's gonna ever make me feel like I can't say what I want to say, or I can't do what I want to do, or I can't be who I want to be, because there's an elephant on my back, or there's an elephant on my shoulder. There's always gonna be somebody watching. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to keep this ball rolling. But like I said, Olivia doesn't like the fact that I've made money off her. I've made thousands of dollars off this woman. I've made bank off this girl. I've bought cars off talking about this girl. I take vacations off talking about this girl. Yeah, she's upset. Oh, well, if you don't watch, it won't affect you. This is what I do. So that's just that on that. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy doing my reactions. I enjoy doing my commentary. And it's fun. It's entertaining to me. Her life is a shit show. The fact that this woman has allowed her life to deteriorate. When I watched Olivia 6 years ago, she was heavyset. She was living with a mama still. She was swimming around alcoholic, drinking wine out of Elsa cups. She was drinking wine by the boatload, vintage crush. We were there. She was making, when I first started watching her, pink wigs, lying about phone calls, pretending Gerard had other women back. It was a mess from the words say go with this young lady. So from the time I watched it to now, it's been a complete shit show. She's completely backtracked. Her life has completely deteriorated. You lost custody of your 3 children. You lost your husband. You have made a complete fool of yourself on the internet. You've had multiple fallouts. You've gotten multiple evictions. Her life has just completely been downhill for the last 6 years. And again, the more that we watch, the more she crashes. The more we see her crash, the more we see. And again, even with this homeless scenario, the only reason that I even got involved in this is because I was the one that was homeless this time last year. Right. When I came online and I told everybody my story, I didn't ask for a handout. I didn't ask for anything easy. I handled my scandal. I did what I needed to do. I got it out of the mud. And then I came back. And I came back to tell my story because God is the only one that brought me through that story. God is the only one that gave me the power, that gave me the glory, that gave me the mercy, that gave me the strength to get through. I didn't rely on flesh. I didn't rely on family. I didn't even tell my significant other what I was going through. I was at home. I went home during my situation. And I was at home for a good 2 weeks. Can you imagine being around your mom, being around your sister, being around your brothers, being around your aunts, your uncles, your people who you know love you, people who you know would give you anything, and you stand 10? You stand 10 in your faith. You don't ask for nothing. I never told anybody nothing. They didn't know I had nowhere to go when I came back home. They didn't know. They just thought I was coming to visit and spending time because I made things work as they always did. My daughter never suffered. My daughter never felt it, but I did what I needed to do to get where I needed to get. So I found it funny that a year to the date of me giving my testimony, Olivia comes up with this whole homeless scenario. And she even began to take pieces of my story and implement them in her story. For example, she would say things like, oh, I'm gonna wash my child. I guess I'm gonna wash my child in the Dunkin' Donuts bathroom. I guess I'm gonna wash my child in a Publix bathroom, because that is something that I said that I had to do in my couple days of living in my car. And again, my child's tail got washed. Right. So my story was real. And again, I didn't come in the storm. I never came in the storm. They didn't see me till after the storm. And I only told the story, again, to give glory to God for getting me through. Because again, I could have easily came on here and asked for something and my people would have made it rain. I could have easily came on here and said, I'm down bad. And my people would have came in on the back end, especially when it come to my daughter, and made sure she had anything times 10. Because that's how my people ride. And so because I know that my people ride for me, I wouldn't play with them like that. I figured it out on my own, and then I came and told my story. And I still was blessed. My people still showed up. They still tapped in. They still cashed up and made sure I had what I needed. So that's how this whole homeless thing, it wasn't true. She was never homeless. Olivia was not homeless at all. Not only did she take pieces of my story, she also took pieces of a young lady, Brianna Latrice. She was formerly on Growing Up Hip Hop. She's also the stepdaughter to Mary J. Blige. She's also homeless and pregnant. And Olivia took pieces of her story too. So again, Olivia's a liar. And she's honestly someone who is mentally unstable. Olivia has made jokes about unaliving her son. She's made jokes about taking him down by the river and insinuating that she's going to drown him. Olivia has done a plethora of things, and I won't disclose them here because I have an exclusive Instagram. No disrespect to you, but
Do
keep
what you
all
gotta
that
do.
there. But she's done a plethora of things. And Olivia is a very nasty person. Her mother is a very nasty person, with all due respect. They're nasty individuals. The things that they have said to those children, the type of things that they put into those children's minds, the type of mental warfare that they cause in those children's life is chaotic. Olivia doesn't call her children. Olivia went 5 months. 5. She's a mother. She went 5 months without calling her children. You know why? Because she was busting down their dad.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole time she was busting down their dad. Yeah, she never even called her kid. She didn't think she had to because she was busting down her dad and she was getting her visitation. So again, Olivia is, like I said, she's a very interesting individual. She's a very narcissistic person. You can tell, again, she's very mentally unstable. The things she says, the movements that she makes, again, you're not homeless. So why would you, not only did you lie about being homeless, you took money under false pretenses, and then you put your 2 children in the midst of that. You had your babies out in the rain. You had them in the rain for nothing. You had your children out all hours of the night for nothing, for money, for cash apps. Instead of being honest and saying, hey, I went through something with my roommate, I gotta move. Or hey, I went through something with my sister, I gotta move. Or hey, I went through something with my mom, I need to, you lied. And there was so many people that supported her. There were so many people that poured into her and said, hey, I've been where you are, or I'm currently where you are. And for her to continue to get on there and lie and lie and lie for 2 weeks straight, I think is absolutely insane to me. I think it's absolutely insane. And I think that, at the end of the day, we all have to answer for what we do. We all have to answer to the higher power, and we all have to take accountability for the things that we do in life. And so for her to do that, for me, that was kind of like my last straw, because of the way she went about it. I mean, she blatantly was going live in the same house she said she was homeless from. Literally. Like, can you imagine? No, literally. I want everybody to wrap their mind around it. Imagine me sitting here talking to y'all right here today on Sunday. And then I come tell y'all, I come live tomorrow and say, you guys, I'm homeless. I'm at a friend's house. This is the same background I had at my house yesterday. But I'm telling you, the next day, I'm at my friend's house and I'm homeless. I mean, just the blatant disrespect, just the blatant disregard for people's money, their time, their heart, their finances, their empathy, just blatant disrespect. I was done with her. I have no desire to give this woman any type of highlight. She's trash. Olivia is literally trash. She's not worth discussing, because of someone like her, she gets off on that. When you talk about her, she gets off on that. She gets warm and fuzzy, and she starts to feel herself as if she has a blanket on. So when you know that people are not well mentally, and you know that things like this feed their ego, you have to be smarter than the opponent, and you have to no longer feed their ego. Olivia can't do me any favors. She really can't. I can make money in circles around Olivia on a bad day. Okay, on a bad day. Okay, cool. So she can't do me any favors. And so with that being said, like I said, I have fun on my private Instagram. I come on YouTube from time to time. But at this point in the game, Olivia has definitely lost control of her vehicle. And I'm gonna be honest, this last stunt, that was a total collision. That was a total collision. And we all know when the appraiser comes and assesses the car and tells you that it's totaled, that means it's no longer in use. It's no longer in commission. And this was this wreck, she totaled herself. There's no coming back. And that's just my opinions on that.
So I've missed that part where it's a wreck. I've someone sent me some clips, so I can do a little research on that. That would be super appreciated. What I'm curious about also is, and I know it's been 6 years of um, it's been 6 years of you guys following along with her, right, on this journey with her. I want to know more from you guys individually, your own experiences, and really sort of answer like why this feels so visceral. Like, because some of the reactions are you guys really have a wealth of information, right? That I'm still piecing through stuff, but you guys have like this almost like you if you saw her down in the street, you guys wouldn't be shy about hurling something at her. I want to know more about that, why this affects you so much. But guys, it's been, again, I think we did a good job for our first time. Shout out to Yanni for coming on and saying her piece and dealing with the struggle streaming and the lag. I think she did a wonderful job, just kind of giving that, extremely conscious about what she had. If you guys really interested, we can do this again. Maybe want to have a few more guests on to talk about their individual experiences. Even when she was talking, you guys were saying like, "Yo, ask about this, and this, and this." And again, it's hard to see that super chats stand out. I could see those easier to say, "All right, this is what you want to know. This is what we're going to talk about." But like I said, if you guys feeling this, you want to do more about this, more of this, just let me know. You guys can hit the description. You can find my email. If you guys want to actually be like on, maybe I could see maybe doing like three guests. You guys can talk about who should be on there because you guys all said, "Hey, get Yanni." Some of you guys said "boo boo boo" in the chat, not in the chat. Well, on comments. But lastly, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming over to the channel and having these conversations and supporting. And I've even seen some of you on some of the other content, which I did not expect, but really absolutely appreciate. You guys don't realize how much your your commentary helps sort of rejuvenate and make this journey worth it. It makes it exciting that we could sit here, gather here, and work on things and see how we could be better, and have a laugh at certain things now and again too. I think this can be the beginning of something beautiful. And as I get better at this creation process of this part of it, I think you guys would benefit as well. So listen, again, keep liking, subscribing, tell a friend. That helps a bunch. And I've got some more work to do. So we got some more videos to continue to pump out for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have some of this. I can chop up a little bit and have this surface one of the videos, but we'll see. Guys, I'm gonna end the stream, but the chat will still be open for a bit. Guys, enjoy yourself.